In this video, I'm going to show you how to dynamically allocate an array of pointers to integer pointers. Also, I'm going to read in using fscanf in order to emphasize the concepts of pass by reference that we've covered earlier this semester. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say long unsigned int, and I'm going to call it Pascal size. And then I'm going to use fscanf, use standard in, %lu, and then remember that we have to do the address of Pascal size, not the value, because we're passing by reference, which means we're basically passing a pointer to fscanf. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you that exact step that I created when we did it in the reading. So the first thing I want to point out is we're doing a pointer to pointers. So in the drawing, we have a pointer, and I'm going to create a location on the data heap that's going to have some sort of arbitrary number of pointers. And that's it. We don't have anything allocated to this information yet. I'm going to show you how to do that in the next segment of the reading. But what I'm going to do is we have to have integer pointer to pointers. So it's going to be int star star. And I'm going to call it Pascal. Now, first remember malloc. Malloc returns a void pointer. What is the void pointer pointing to? Well, we have to have Pascal size times size of, and let me leave this blank because I want to explain to you what I'm going to put in here. Remember that in this array, the type that goes here are the elements that are in here. This is why I've emphasized this idea of that a computer has structure and you need to know what's physically going on in order to be an effective computer scientist or computer engineer. When we did an integer array, it was all integers, and integers are 32 bits. So I would put in int, and that would be when I could put in 10, -21, 34, and so on, depending on what Pascal size is. But we're putting an integer pointer in here. So when we allocate the size, on the Notre Dame machines, the architecture is 64 bits for each pointer, which means we want to give this context, so we're going to call it int pointer, which is why we do int star. So now we have a void pointer pointing to this location on the data heap, but we have to give it context. We have to tell the operating system how to interpret it, which is why we're going to do int star star here, because they have to match. Now the key thing is we still have the star and we have the memory that we've read in, and these are just pointers. So all we need to do is bear in mind that it's still just one array at the moment, so we only have to free it once, which is why we are going to do free Pascal. And we run it, and it's going to compile and work. It's waiting for me to do anything. I'm going to say 10, and that works. We allocated Pascal at 10.